Hey guys, it's Destiny, and in today's video, we're just going to be going over the Battle Pass in Honkai Star Rail and whether or not I think it is worth it for purchase. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So when you open up the game and you open your little phone here, you can see that there's something called Nameless Honor. Nameless Honor is the Battle Pass of this game, and I have had a few people ask me whether or not I feel the Battle Pass is worth it in Honkai Star Rail, and there are a few opinions I do have about it. So if we begin just to do a quick comparison, just to have a baseline, as you see, when you do the normal Nameless gift, which is the free version, you will get the normal adventure logs, the 3-star ones, but when you unlock Nameless Glory, which is the paid for version, you will also unlock basically the same book, just of a higher rarity, which provides you way more experience. So essentially, when you go through the Battle Pass, it is practically that. You get double the rewards. Of course, you get the better variant of the reward. When it's credits, you get basically 4 times the credits. When it's the ether here, you get a higher version of it, the refined ether, so now your level ups are faster. When you have the standard Star Rail passes, you also will get the special Star Rail passes as well. And you will also get lost crystals, which this is the way that you'll be able to get relic experience as well. The way to get relic experience is through Forgotten Hall. I know a few people were questioning how to do that, but that's also a way that you get relic experience. So if you don't want to use other relics to level up your relics, this is how you will essentially be able to get relic experience. So just play Forgotten Hall, you unlock that around, I believe, level 20 to 22 range. And then you will be able to level up your relics with this instead of getting rid of your relics. So the Battle Pass allows you to get that as well. And then as you just go through, you get these as well, which are the advanced level up material for traces. These definitely will matter later on when you are able to use these to level up your traces. And additionally, when you do have the paid version, you can do these gifts between past striders and select a material of your choice. So basically, just going through the Battle Pass, there is just basically double the rewards. I think that's the best way to put it. You get double the rewards. You also will get a lot of good amount of passes. Additionally, if you are enjoying this video so far and I am helping you out, make sure to hit the subscribe button and let's carry on. And when you go to unlock Nameless Glory right here, as you see, you can get light cones, which I will be going over these light cones very shortly. But just like Genshin, there is a $9.99 option and there is a $20 option. I'm not too sure why they have that slight discount because I think it's always been $19.99. Regardless though, you will also be able to get these available after leveling up. You'll be able to get some Stellar Jade. You also will be able to get a bit more Stellar Jade because this version is basically this version with these rewards as well. And you also get 10 level ups immediately. So it'll help you clear the Battle Pass far quicker than if you were to just buy the normal version or just not pay for it at all. You also get special icons, and yeah, you just get a lot of bonus rewards, Stellar Jade, and so on. And when you go to the tasks here, it's the same way. You have missions that you have to do daily, you have weekly missions, and you have missions within the period. Which missions within the period give you a good amount of EXP to level up your Battle Pass. And you just have to do these to level up your Battle Pass as fast as you can, or rather just as efficiently as you can. I would recommend trying to do all the dailies. Try to make sure you get all the weeklies done as well if you can. And of course, make sure to do these, regardless of whether or not you do pay for the Battle Pass. Now, the biggest thing I would like to mention about the Battle Pass is the 4-star light cones that you get. You will have to purchase the Battle Pass, and you will also have to reach level 30 to pick a light cone of your choice from the treasures of the Starry Seas. These light cones, in my opinion, are actually pretty good. One that definitely stands out to me is this Ting Yun light cone, because I feel like this light cone is honestly amazing on her, due to the fact, well, it is kind of, her light cone, but it allows her to apply buffs randomly whenever her turn occurs, or whoever's wearing this, whenever their turn occurs, then you either get your allies' attack increases, your allies' crit increases, or your allies' regeneration rate increases. Increases. I don't know why I said recreases. I think I put and then increase at the same time, so I got recreases. But point is that the applied effect will not be identical to the last effect. But this is just a good way to get extra buffs. This light cone right here is an abundance light cone. It increases your max HP, which could be really good for healers that scale off of HP. I know Bailu does that, so that could be pretty good for her as well. I'm pretty sure Natasha also scales off of HP if I'm not mistaken. So either way, this light cone's really good as well. And when using your basic attacker skill, you also restore HP equal to respective of their max HP. So this is also pretty good just for, a good amount of continuous healing. This light cone, we will meet again. I like this light cone because it has Silver Wolf on it. Just love the design. This light cone, when you use basic attack or skill, deal additional damage of 48% of your attack to a random enemy that has been attacked. This is pretty good for characters who are debuffers. I personally don't really know if I'd recommend though this light cone over this one or the other one I mentioned with Ting Yun, but it's still a pretty good light cone nonetheless. This preservation light cone is pretty nice as well. It increases the wearer's defense. It also increases the wearer's defense when they use their ultimate of 60% of your defense. I think this light cone can be pretty good for possibly a character like March 7th or even the Fire MC. The reason why is because your defense increases, which both of them heavily appreciate, as most preservation class characters appreciate. It increases the damage of the wearer when they use their ultimate by a percentage of their defense. So personally, I think this light cone could be really good on Fire MC because now your ultimate's doing a good chunk of damage based on your defense. And of course, if you have Fire MC, you know that you want to build as much defense as possible since they scale off of defense. So this light cone's really good for Fire MC overall, and this effect can only apply one time per enemy target. Still a good light cone overall though. Now for this light cone, it is a Hunt light cone. This is pretty nice as well. You just increase your crit rate by 12%, pretty cool. And then after a critical hit, you have a fixed chance to spell one buff on a target enemy. This is pretty nice if they do have a lot of buffs. It could probably be really nice in a mode like maybe like Simulated Universe, Forgotten Hall. But personally, I just think the crit rate increase is pretty good. So I think this light cone is pretty nice as well. And then we also have this light cone, which is Nowhere to Run for destruction classes. Increase the wearer's attack by 24%. I think this is really nice because it's a good percentage of attack that you are getting an increase for. And then when you defeat an enemy, you restore HP equal to a percentage of their attack. This is pretty nice because, I mean, you could see Blade on this. And from what we know about Blade's kits, I think this would actually be pretty good on Blade. So those who are looking into Blade, I think this could be pretty nice on him. But this can also just be nice on multiple destruction characters, as it can work pretty well. Possibly maybe like a character like Arlen. What Arlen does is sacrifice his health and then he, gets stronger because of that. So what he could do is, have a light cone like this, and now he's recovering his HP as he's defeating enemies. So I think this could pair pretty well, possibly with a character like Arlen. And then we have this light cone, which is for Erudition characters, which is when you enter battle, you increase your wearer's damage based on your max energy. Damage increases by a percentage of per point of energy up to 160 energy. I think this could be pretty good if you have a Erudition character with a lot of energy on them, like energy regeneration. There's a lot of energy overall. So I think this could be pretty nice as well. But personally, I think the best light cones, at least in my opinion, would be this one right here. This one as well, especially for Fire MC. The Ting Yun light cone right here, especially like on a character like Ting Yun, even Asta possibly, and maybe even Bronya if you don't have Bronya's signature. And I think this light cone could be pretty good as well, possibly for a character like Arlen, as I've stated. So the other ones are pretty nice as well though. Like if you find a need for these more than the other ones, I would totally say to go for it. But just based off an initial impression, I feel like these other light cones are kind of just a bit better in my opinion to pick up. Like I personally, I'm gonna pick up this one when I do buy the battle pass. I haven't bought it yet, but I do intend to. But I will buy this light cone since I want to use it on Ting Yun. Now, just overall for the rest of the battle pass, as I said, you just get a lot of rewards, and personally, I do think it's worth it. I don't think you honestly have to pay for this $20 option unless you really want the extra jade. But at that point, like if you're gonna spend 20 extra and you only want it for the jade, and that's really it, I would just say to buy like a $5 pack of Stellar, like the Stellar Jade pack, instead of paying the extra $10 just to get 200. It'll be more worth your buck. But if you do care about these profile pictures, I would say, okay, go for it at that point, or you want the extra levels, go for it. But I would definitely recommend just buying, the $10 version if you were to buy it. But if you don't buy it, that is completely fine as well. I would just recommend per cycle, or rather per patch, however long the battle pass lasts, just make sure, even if you're free to play or a spender, to, make sure you try to clear it as much as possible. Because even as a free to play player, you do get a lot of good things from this battle pass, even like free. So for example, this is the one thing I will say you should absolutely try to get no matter what kind of player you are. This is self-modeling resin, which I have spoken about in my relic guide, but basically what this allows you to do is when you create relics, when you unlock relic synthesis and you create relics, you'll be able to use this and pick the main stat of your relic. You can't pick the substats, but you can pick a main stat to a set you want. So that's really good for trying to get a custom relic piece. Even though you can't pick substats, I still think it's okay. But this is really crucial. I think this is definitely worth it. Everyone should at least try to get level 40 per patch, because I have not seen any other way to get this, and it even says sources here. It seems like this is the only way to get this. So highly would recommend you try to get one of these. Overall, I do recommend purchasing the battle pass, as I've stated. And if you are free to play or a spender, low spender, whatever it may be, just try to make sure that you get to level 40, in my opinion, at least per patch. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my battle pass review, going over the light cone, just my personal thoughts. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more Star Rail content, as I'll be releasing a lot more guides, reviews of things, and so on. I hope you all have a nice one. Peace.